All right. Hello, good evening, happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to round 4 of the AOSX Custom Track Pro Series. Tonight, we are rocking at AOSX Manchester. We just wrapped up qualifying and we are getting ready to kick off the night with Heat 1 of 2 here this evening. We're just waiting for our boys to file in. We got our last guy in here. It's going to be a shorter event here tonight. We had to revise the format with sign-ups, so heats will still take your top 3. So again, 9 riders in each of these 2 heat races. Top 3 will advance directly to our A main. 4 through 9 will go directly to our semi/LCQ. And those 12 riders will fight it out for the final 6 transfer spots. So again, top 3 from our heat races will move on directly to the A main. 4 through 9 onto the semi/LCQ, where the top 6 from that race will join the other 6 in A main. Again, this is SX Corey here. We also have Talon 214 on commentary for a little bit. He'll be in Heat 2, so he'll probably chime in a little bit here in Heat 1, which reminds me, let me go ahead and get a screen share going here, Talon.
Thank you.
All right, so Talon's going to join the share screen here. We're going to go ahead and get rocking here. So again, this is our first of 2 heat races. This will be 10 minutes plus 1 lap. Top 3 moving on. Looks like all our boys are ready to go. We got everything set up, and let's rock. So just to give you guys a rundown on qualifying times here, Axis today was your top qualifier running a 58.905. Slurp, second in the point standings, came in second with a 59.205. Hockey Drew with a 59.572. They were the only 3 riders to dip below 1 minute. We then had a train of riders from 4th to 10th running 1 minute lap times, with Parker, Squally, Wasabi, R. Dizzle, Iowa Hawkeyes, Yoshimura, and Tommy Wack all dipping into that 1 flat range. Then we had Talon 214, Windex, Collusion, Rick Rock, Cheesehead, Bull DGN, Sethi AU, and Billy Roberts making his return to AOSX, rounding out the field. And again, we thank you all for tuning in to round 4 action here tonight for AOSX Manchester. Again, this is our first of 2 heat races if you're just tuning in. And let's go ahead and drop the gate. Our boys are ready. So our top qualifier in this heat will be Slurp here, second overall. And everybody jumps the gate there, but it looks like... That's the one thing you'll realize on this start. It's a very short, tight start here. It's unfortunately going to be carnage for some folks, but up front, Tommy Wack out in the lead after missing the last 2 rounds of AOSX action. Tommy is back and off to a great start here as he jumps off the track. I am so sorry, Tommy. Carnage all over the place early on here. So, and Tommy just died again in the whoop section. The worst place to die.
B. Roberts in 3rd.
Yeah, look at that. B. Roberts, the least fastest qualifier. I don't want to say the slowest. I'll just say the least fastest. That sounds nicer. Currently, right now, holding down a transfer spot in 3rd as he's about to get stepped on there by Parker. And he goes over the bars. Iowa just goes right through him. So we got Iowa Hawkeye moving into that final transfer with Rick Rock right now, settling in 4th. You're first to the finish line, though, and he won Slurp, looking to make quick work of this moto here. He is out front looking to check out. Bull DGN, who does not vibe with this track whatsoever, 17th overall in qualifying, or 16th, excuse me. I don't want to say he was that far down, but yeah. He is currently, he got himself a good start. All he has to do is keep it on 2 wheels here, and he's looking good there as he really does struggle with the whoops. He did say earlier that the whoops were his worst section. And my God,
and Rick Rock got the bad end of it.
Yeah, so Bull falls back into 4th now, so Bull wasn't kidding about the whoop sections giving him trouble there. But that allows Iowa Hawkeyes in the G Fuel bike to move himself into second. His teammate,
One, two,
Parker.
three.
Yep, we got the G Fuel boys up here. And 1, 2, 3, we got Slurp, Iowa Hawkeye, and Parker currently holding down those final transfer spots. Bull DGN looking to mount a charge here on that FMF Factory Husky over here. Then we got Windex, who made the A main last week
Boy.
with a rough go in the whoop section there,
Struggling.
letting Tommy whack blow right by him. So Tommy's looking to make quick work and join that battle. Again, this is going to be a medium 10-minute plus 1 lap race, so still a lot of time left, but obviously you don't want to let the lead pack get too far ahead of you, as Slurp has already started to really check out on the field. But we got a nice little battle here going on between Rick Rock and L Windex for 6th. And then right in the rear over here, Billy Roberts is doing, he's just happy to be here, folks.
Yeah. He doesn't want anybody to see his lines before the semi.
Exactly, yeah. He's just, he's hiding himself and wants to come in and surprise everyone, so.
Getting a feel for the track.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. But we got Rick Rock and L Windex over here battling out. Oh, and Windex almost lands on Rick Rock and really forces him to badly double his way through that section, so rough go there. We're going to go back up here, though. We got a battle for second right now. Iowa Hawkeyes and Parker, the two teammates on the G Fuel bikes, running 2-3. And for them, again, they're both comfortably in transfer spots right now. Bull's about 3-4 seconds back of them. They don't want to do anything stupid that'll end up taking each other out, especially being teammates. They're not Haas drivers by any stretch of the imagination, so hopefully they'll get it together and be able to ride this one home here as we hit the 6-minute to go mark. So still plenty of time left in this race. And both of these riders take separate lines through that section, but both end it the same way. Did Wasabi leave?
It says only 8. I thought you told us that we were supposed to have 9 riders, but I'm not sure. I don't know if he didn't join or if he left. Because I didn't see the lobby screen.
Wait a minute. Did Wasabi really not join?
I honestly...
Can you pull up the stream talent and go back and look?
Yeah, I'll go back.
Shoot, if so, damn it, that was my bad.
Yeah, he's got the semi, it's fine.
Yeah, Wasabi, if you're watching right now, my bad, dude. That was my fault.
Yeah, Wasabi never joined. Yeah, he never joined. He was never in the loading screen.
Alright, sorry about that, folks. So yeah, Wasabi, BMX, we'll get you in the LCQ, which again, with our revised format, here tonight. Our top 3 in the heats will move on to the A main, and then our top 6, we'll have a 12-rider field lined up for the LCQ, so top 6 will be moving on to the A main. We're still on board here with Parker, coming off a 4th place finish last week at AOSX Monaco. Fortunate victim of a final turn pass by his other G Fuel teammate, Hockey Drew. So, you know, Parker's chomping at the bit to get up on the podium there.
Tong got by Bull for 4th.
Yeah, Tommy's moved himself into 4th, and Slurp must have made a mistake because he was checked out, and Iowa Hawkeye is right on him now. So we got a 3-way battle with the G Fuel boys right here, but 3.5 plus a lap to go. Tommy Weck has clear track right now, and Tommy obviously has the speed to run with these guys and beat them. So it's going to be interesting here watching the final couple laps. We'll stay being out, we'll call it duty injury, the past couple of weeks His last race was round 1 at AOSX Toronto, so good to see Tommy back on the bike here with us at AOSX. And he's only this straightaway right away, so you can see the riders right there. You can see Parker and Iowa right there. And let's see what Tommy does through this rhythm section. He opts to go over table, step on, step off, and triple out, which seems... both lines seem to be fast. Honestly, there's about 3 or 4 different ways you can go through that, which is nice. And as we've seen, I think the preferred line of choice is step on, step off on the first one, and then jump over the second. So lots of variation there. And again, Tommy is right there. Plenty of time here with 2.5 plus 1 lap to go. That'll give us about 4 laps, most likely. These two got to be on their game, though. Iowa and Parker, they can't be too nice to each other, but they also can't be too conservative. When they got a guy with clear track right now, hunting them down, foaming at the bit here, chomping at the bit to get it directly into that A main. And then back here in 5th, we have Bull DGN. Unfortunately for Bull, he had a great start, but like he said earlier to us pre-race, he just does not vibe with this track, unfortunately. And it's going to be problematic for him. Oh, and Slurp must have made another mistake. So now we got all 3 G Fuel boys right here. 1, 2, and 3. Tommy Wack right there behind them. So 1 mistake between all these guys. Let's see, about 1.5 seconds at most separating 1 through 3 here.
They take each other out. You know, Axis ain't going to be happy with the team for that.
Exactly.
They take each other out and lose the transfer.
Yep, somebody messes up here, they're going to get relegated down to the B series.
Yeah. They're gone. They're suspended from the team.
Exactly. And look at that in the comments. The myth, the legends, the Fat Friends.
Ooh.
How's it going, Fat Friends? Good to see you guys. Wish you guys were here racing. Oh, man, and Parker just lays out Iowa Hawkeyes. And that's going to allow Tommy Wack to close in. And Tommy made a mistake through that rhythm section there. So we're going to have 2 to go here. Tommy Wack is right there. He can smell blood. And I'm sure the Fat Friends can smell the hot dogs, nachos, and garlic fries coming from the concession stands here at AOSX Manchester here tonight.
Yeah.
So once again, Fat Friends, great to see you guys again. Looking forward to watching you guys Monday night for round 4 of our amateur series. This past Monday, due to the holiday, we did not run it round 4, but we'll be back in action Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern with our points leader. I'm the Fat Friend, looking to extend that points lead and again carry on. But we've had 3 separate winners, 3 different winners so far in the amateurs class. And the podium has been shaken up each round.
1-2.
They are, yep. They are 1-2. Oh man, Tommy is not hitting that section.
I had the Fat Friend had the points for the first 2 rounds, and then I'm the Fat Friend took it over last round.
No. So that was a mistake on my part. They're both just so fat and jolly. I can't tell them apart sometimes. I have Fat Friend is your points leader, and then I'm the Fat Friend currently in second.
Yeah. has had it since round 1 after winning it.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah, he hasn't had good finishes, but like everybody else he's competing with just has also had bad finishes, so it kind of helps him.
Yep, and out front till final lap here again. So we got Slurp hanging on right now. He's not making it pretty, but he's hanging on. Parker's still in second right now, and Iowa Hawkeye rounding out in third. Yes, Dizzle.
Do you want to just throw Wasabi in our heat since we have an extra spot? Or do you want to just throw him in the semi or the LCQ?
I would probably think it's better to throw him into the semi.
Yeah,
because technically yeah.
Yeah, I don't care either way. I was just seeing.
Yeah, we'll put him in the semi.
All right, sounds good.
All right, good deal, man. Good luck.
Clears the transfer spots.
Yep. So G Fuel sweeps Heat 1 here. We got Slurp, Parker, and Iowa Hawkeye directly onto the A main. Tommy Wack, Bull, Windex, Rick Rock, Billy Roberts, and Wasabi BMX will duke it out in the semi/LCQ, which will take place immediately after heat number 2. Again, this will be taking 6 riders, so a lot of good racing. Should be pretty wide open there, and a lot of exciting racing in a 5-lap race. So, again, congratulations to Slurp running a 58.702. Holy crap! So with that lap time, he actually topped Axis's qualifying time of 58.9. So Slurp was on the gas there, at least one of those laps. And then Parker, Io, and Tommy right there with
Billy
him.
Roberts down there.
Yeah, Billy Roberts.
Billy
Hey,
Roberts
you know,
running heaters down
he's
there.
just like I said earlier, Talon. He's just happy to be here. So good to see
Yeah,
Billy
he's having
here.
fun.
Yeah, he's having
First
fun.
time back in a long time.
He's gonna go party with the fat friends, have some food, have some beers, and relax and watch this A main unfold. Unless he qualifies, right?
Yeah.
All right. So again, heat number 1 is set here, folks. Slurp, Park, and Iowa directly to the A main. 4th through 9th on to the B main /LCQ/semi, whatever we're gonna call it here this evening. So we're gonna go ahead and get our second heat.
Party.
Yep. Good luck, Talon.
Head over to the other party, and I'll probably stay over there unless I make it. Then I'll come back for the semi.
All right, man. Sounds good. Good luck.
All right. Thanks.
Alrighty, folks. So we're just getting everything up and running here for our second heat of the evening, which will feature your top qualifier Axis with a 58.905. We also have Hockey, Drew, Squale, R. Dizzle, Yoshimura, Talon 214, Collusion, Cheesehead, and Sethi AU. So very stacked heat race. Not that the first heat wasn't stacked itself. Obviously, the action here at AOSX always stacked the top riders in the world. Yes, I do say the world because PlayStation 4 has the top talent in the game across all platforms, and you will see that in the ESX tournament coming up, presented by Battlefly. Looking forward to that. You guys are in for a treat there. And let's go ahead and get our guys in here. So we got, again, Axis and Hockey Drew. We got Squale and Art Dizzle. Then we got Yoshimura, Talon, Cheese, and okay. Talon, Collusion. All right, Cheese. And then Sethi AU, our final boy here. So we got the continents represented. We got North America, we got Europe, we've got Australia. Cheeto Pan is our resident South American rider, but unfortunately Cheeto is not with us this week. He'll be back next week, though. Perennial AMA contender for AOSX, so we'll look forward to seeing Cheeto Pan back next week for round 5, which again will be next Friday night, same time, same place, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we'll get up and running. So our boys are filing in right now. Again, in this heat, we have our top qualifier, Axis, with a 58.905. We have Hockey Drew with a 59.572, and Squale with a 1-flat 306. Again, this is going to be another 10-minute plus 1-lap race. Top 3 riders will move on directly to the A main. 4th through 9th will move on to the LCQ/B main. It will be point scoring, so even though only the top 6 of that B main LCQ will advance to the A main, the other 7 through 12 will score points. So again, even if you have a bad night of racing here at AOSX, every position matters. You want to salvage as much as you can on the points for the final standing on the season. And it looks like all of our boys are in here. So we got Axis, we got Hockey, we got Squad, we got Dizzle, Yoshimura and Talon are both in here. We got Collusion, we got Cheese, Sethi. All right, we are good to go. So time to drop the gate. Heat 2, collisions, advanced physics, medium race, 450, no qualifying. Manchester, let's rock. And once again, while we're just waiting for everything to load here, I want to thank everyone for tuning in here tonight. Once again, we appreciate all your support here as we enter our second full year here at AOSX. And just the beginning, folks. Lots of great things coming here. We've entered a very nice working relationship with the Summer Series. Go check them out on Instagram. They are a great series. They run 250 and 450 races. On Tuesdays, they run the 250, and Thursday nights, they run the 450. So definitely go check them out. Again, Summer Series, SX_Summer_Series officially on Instagram. Good group of guys over there running that series. They're currently doing stock tracks at this moment. So a lot of fun there to get some stock track racing in there. And it looks like our boys are ready to go. All right, let's go ahead and drop the gate again. Remember, top 3 advance directly to the A main, 4 through 9 onto the LCQ with the top 6 moving on. All right, we're going to go on board with Axis here, who does not get a good jump. Holy crap, somebody just shot out there. Oh, man. Somebody just murdered Axis there. And Hockey Drew's the man with the start there. So it's Hockey Drew, Mr. Start himself, Michael Lessie over here, but more consistent at least. He's out front, off to a very solid lead already. Then we got Collusion and Talon, bar to bar in second and third. Our Dizzle with Squally and Axis right now, 4th, 5th, and 6th. So we got a bunch of riders right here. Cheesehead right there on them for 7th. Yoshimura and Sethi rounding out the field in 8th and 9th. But back up front, Hockey Drew doing what he needs to do, trying to check out early here. Talon, Collusion, Axis, Dizzle, and Squale in a big big freight train right here. These guys, all of them A-main riders. I would be legitimately shocked whether it's through here or the LCQ if any of these guys don't make it to the A main tonight. That would be an incredible upset. But it'll be interesting to see which of these 6 riders take those 3 spots. Oh, and it looks like Talon made a mistake there and went down. So Talon drops from 2nd to 6th. So just like that, snap of a finger, one mistake, and he drops from 2nd to 6th. And we're going to go back on board with Squale, again, our 2nd place finisher in Season 1 in the championship. Squale riding, made that number change. So he was 716, and he has bumped himself up and got himself that number 6. So great to see him with that single-digit number. He's earned it by far. And it looks like each of these riders taking a different line through that section. Love to see it. Lots of variety there. And Squale, he cases a little bit there, but man, he kept the bike very low to the ground. So, and Squally gets a good run on our Dizzle. Is he going to try to make a pass on the outside? He doesn't. Oh, Dizzle squares him off. Great block pass there. Oh, and Collusion goes down. So Collusion drops back down from 3rd to 5th. So again, just like Talon, from a transfer spot to right out, we had Talon and Collusion battling in 2nd and 3rd the first 2 laps. And now both of them are on the outside looking in. But right now we got Squale and our Dizzle. These two have some history together, but it's all good history. I'll just say it that. Oh, Squally gets squirrely there, no pun intended, and loses 4th to Collusion. So we got a hell of a battle here for that final transfer spot. We got 3 riders battling it out. Oh, and our Dizzle makes a mistake, clips the tough block. He's going to drop down from 3rd to 5th now. And Squale is going to get a twofer in this section. He controls the inside. He will make the pass, and will he have it stick going into the final section here? Yes, he will. So Squale moves himself from 5th to 3rd in the matter of 15 seconds there. Great riding from Squale. And now he sets its sights on some clear track here and trying to catch up to Axis and Hockey, who have checked out up front. They're about 7 or 8 seconds ahead of the rest of this pack. Our Dizzle has fallen off the pace a little bit, and Yoshimura has moved himself into 6th, so Talon 214 is headed in the wrong direction. He was initially, like I said, 2nd off the gate through the first lap, and Talon has fallen back up to 7th. Seth the AU right now riding his own race in 8th, and then we also got Cheeseheads 119 back here. At this point, unless something drastic happens, he's just trying to get some laps in, try to focus up and get ready for that B main semi. But right now up front, we got Hockey, Drew, and Access, the G Fuel boys, 1 and 2 right now. Literally, number 1 and number 2, but riding 1st and 2nd. Swap the numbers for the position. So let's see what Hockey Drew can do. These two had a pretty good battle on Wednesday night in my other track that I had built for another series. And they put together a pretty good ride there. That was fun watching them go at it on the 450s. And Axis with a great square up there. Oh, you love to see... Ooh, and Hockey stops him there. He saw that square up coming and closed that right away. You love to see the gamesmanship between these two. They know each other very well. Ride together, obviously, all the time as teammates, but just in our group chat party, we're always together in lobbies. So these guys know each other's style 100%. Axis, by far, has that high risk, high reward mentality. Hockey is more consistent. Doesn't want to push the level too much there. We're working on that, though. We're working on that. We're in the training room with Hockey, trying to get him up and running, try to push his mental fitness, if you will, to get him to push a little harder and be a little more aggressive. But Axis and Hockey right now, putting it to the field right now, 1 and 2. Squale in 3rd right now. He is checked out. He's got about a 5-second gap right now on Collusion. Then we got R. Dizzo and Yoshimura 5th and 6th. Seth the AU and Talon. Talon, my guy, what is going on with him? He can ride much better than this. He should be an A-mainer. Hopefully he'll shake out the dust here and come back strong in that B-main LCQ. And Sethy just completely died there, allowing Cheesehead. Cheese makes the move. And he... poor Cheese. Oh, Cheese, come on, my guy. Oh, and Access looks like he went down, so Hockey has a little bit of breathing room now as we just hit the 6-minute mark in the race, so... there's 3 minutes, 45 seconds plus 1 lap left in the second heat race of the evening. Again, welcome everyone if you're just tuning in. This is round 4 of AOSX's Pro Custom Track Series. We are at AOSX Manchester tonight. We are currently in the middle of heat number 2 with your top overall qualifier and points leader and defending champion Axis currently running in 2nd. His G Fuel teammate, it's Hockey Drew, right now in the lead, holding on for dear life, trying to get a little bit of bragging rights and some confidence headed into that A main. But these two are out front, putting on a show for the fans. Squale right now, riding his own race. He has gapped Collusion and Yoshimura. And, I mean, if he's able to put on a charge and catch the top 2, hats off to him. That'll be amazing as he skims his way through that. So that's a new way to go through that. Obviously was not intended, but it was a nice save line, to be honest with you, so good for him. But we're going to go back up to the front here because we got a battle here. Access to the inside of Hockey Drew. Will Hockey square him up? He does, and he controls the inside. Will he get a good run there? Oh, he does, and he pushes Access back off and retakes the lead. You love to see that. People stepping up to Access, showing the champ who's boss, and letting him know if he wants that position, he's going to have to really work for it. But Axis gets a great drive. Hockey hits the brakes, squares him up, and oh man, this is awesome. Axis throwing the whip there over the bridge. Hockey back into the lead. You love to see this, folks. Let's see here. They take different lines here. Let's see who comes out better. And it's pretty much a dead even jump there. Oh, and Axis goes down. So Hockey Drew and Axis in the battle of the race so far, battle of the series so far in Season 2. These two have put on a couple of good races, obviously. Oh, and as I say, the Hockey Drew goes down, and we're right back to it. So both of them go down in the matter of 10 seconds. Oh! And I am going to throw Axe as a warning there, even though they're probably talking in chat laughing. But with that, Squale takes advantage of all of that. And remember, 2 minutes ago, I said it'd take a big effort from Squally to catch up to these guys, and here we are. Squally has moved himself into second. He's saying, to hell with the G Fuel boys. I want some of this action. So Squally now moves himself into into second. What am I thinking here? And Hockey Drew has fallen back into third. But again, these three riders are clear of the rest of the field. Collusion here in fourth is a solid 10 seconds behind this group. We got Yoshimura on him, though. So Yoshimura put in a good ride. He had a very bad start. So unfortunately, the starts, man, just like in real life, if you don't get that good start, it's going to be a tough battle for you, especially with the competition here at AOSX. We got the best riders in the game competing every week. Lap times are so close. I mean, from first to 16th, it was only about a 3.5 second gap in time. So obviously, very hard to make up time. You really have to rely on mistakes happening. But we'll give our Dizzle, Talon, and Sethi some love over here. So we got a nice little battle here for sixth. These boys are obviously going to want to regroup and come back strong for that B main here, which again will take the top 6 riders. So it'll be 12 riders, top 6 moving on to the A main. Again, a revised format tonight due to the signups. So we just wanted to make things a little more time efficient for everyone here tonight. Again, I know it's Friday night. People have things to do, admins and writers included, and we just want to make things as smooth as possible. So again, top 6 from this B main / semi that will be coming up right after this race. But up front, though, again, Axis, not his smoothest race by any stretch of the imagination, but still getting it done when it matters. He did what he had to do so far, it looks like. But Squale, again, right here. So one mistake from Axis, and Squale is right there in contention to win that heat race. So obviously they're all comfortable in transfer positions, but hey, that bragging right. Again, like I mentioned earlier in the moto with Hockey Drew leading Axis for that time, if you get in Axis's head a little bit, just put some doubt, say, hey, we can run with you too, man. It can go a long way. So again, Axis right now on the way to a heat win. Squale throwing the air out there for the quad, but he cases that. But coming around the finish here, your Moto 2 Heat 2 winner, Squally will come home in second. Hockey Drew will take your final transfer spot in third. Then we got Collusion, Yoshimura, Talon, R Dizzle, Sethi AU, and Cheeseheads rounding out the rest of the pack, and they will join the rest of the field from Heat 1 that didn't qualify in our LCQ. So a great heat race there. Lots of battling between the G Fuel boys. You love to see that. Lots of back and forth racing. Some square up, some gamesmanship there. You love to see it. Oh, and Dizzle gets by Talon there at the very end. Oh, you hate to see that, Talon. So again, congratulations to Axis with a 59.103. Just going to say, Slurp had the better lap time. Slurp with a 58.7 in heat number 1. So Slurp, obviously he was our opening round winner. He took Axis to the limit last week in Monaco in our Triple Crown. So he obviously knows that he can run with him. And just judging on the times right now, we're in for a good show here tonight, folks. Again, if Slurp can put down the consistent rides, it's going to be a very fun main event here tonight. So once again here, folks, we're just getting ready to kick off the LCQ / B main here. And then we'll be off and running to the A main, the main show. All right, now I'm just getting results entered here, so bear with me one moment, folks. Appreciate your patience here. And again, appreciate you all tuning in once again for another night of racing with AOSX. Alrighty, so we got our lineup set. All right, so LCQ B main time. This is going to be a 5-minute moto. Top 6 moving on. So once again, top 6 moving on. Our 12 riders here tonight in this race will join the other 6 riders who qualified directly from the heat races. Excuse me. And let's see, who do we got here? So we got Bull, Cheese, Windex, R Dizzle, Rick Rock, Talon, Tommy Whack, Wasabi, Yoshimura. So we'll get them invited. Then we'll get Sethi and Collusion. And then, who am I missing? Rick Rock. Windex? I think that's the only one I missed. Windex, there we go. Oh, he's already in. All right, we'll see who we're missing here, and then I'll get it all straightened out. Oh, Billy. All right, there we go. So invites are out. Let me get our track selected. There it is. There we go. So our boys are in the lobby. So again, those of you tuning in right now, and to our riders, again, top 6 from this 5-minute B main LCQ will advance to the A main. However, this is for points. So even if you're not qualifying into the A main, 7th through 12th will receive championship points. So 7th place obviously will get 13th place points overall on the 9th. So, and then down from there, so on and so forth. You guys can do the math. And in our race here, we have R Dizzle 716, Cheeseheads 119, Talon 214, Bull DGN, Tommy Whack 231. Welcome back, Tommy. L Windex, Wasabi BMX 57. My bad, Wasabi. We sent you the invite. I think you were maybe eating or something. I don't know. But we also got Wasabi, Sethi, AU, Collusion, Yoshimura, B Roberts, and Rick Rock. So again, our boys are ready. This is 5 minutes plus 1 lap. Points paying positions. The top 6 onto the A main. Let's do it. And again, just while we're waiting here, once again, thank you everyone for tuning in here, and for those of you racing tonight. Obviously, we thank you once again to bring you the best action on PlayStation here with AOSX Racing, the top riders in the world. We thank you week in and week out for showing up and racing and supporting the community here. We have a lot of great things in store for the rest of this game, and then obviously leading into SX5 as we transition to the PlayStation 5. That's kind of a foregone conclusion at this point that we will be completely moved over to PlayStation 5, starting with SX5 going forward. We have a lot of fun things going. Obviously, we have Season 2 still. We're not even halfway through, but afterwards, we have a lot of fun events still in the pipeline here, a lot of things we want to test out. And get some feedback from the community and see if we implement that going forward into the next game in the years coming. So we're here to stay, folks. We're not going anywhere. We're here for a good time. We're here to bring some joy to the community, and we have some fun stuff in store for everyone, including the best thing is maybe getting the Fat Friends to have like a hot dog eating contest live on the AOSX YouTube channel. How about it? How about it, Fat Friends? Are you guys up for it? Please let me know in the comments if you guys are down for it. All right, our boys are ready. I think they could give Joey Chestnut a run for their money, honestly. I think they can eat more hot dogs than him. They're just humble. But all right, so on board, we're going to go on with Wasabi BMX. And unfortunately, man, this turn one is a short turn. And surprisingly, only one person goes down. So I'm kind of shocked by that. Oh, my God. So apparently they saved the carnage for turn two. I'm not really going to... They're all so filed in there. There's not much really you can do there. But look at this. The Queen Bee himself, our Dizzle. As I say that, Windex just spoils my commentary and makes the pass on him for the lead. But we got Windex and Dizzle 1 and 2 right now. Both of them apparently will be at Southwick tomorrow. Talon 214 right now off to a good start in third. We got B. Roberts. Look at him sandbagging. We knew it. We knew that time he put in qualifying was just to make us all look good. He's got some 57s in his book. Oh, look at that. He hit the transfer line. You love to see that. Good job, Billy. I love it. Bull DGN right now in fifth with Cheesehead. Look at Cheese make the pass on Bull. Will he have it stick, though? Oh, Bull pushes him a little wide. Oh, and Tommy Whack just literally whacks Cheese. Oh, my God. That's a rough go. Cheese goes from like 4th to 12th, dead last. And Wasabi BMX right now, not having the start he won. He is in dead last right now. He has some work to do with 3.5 plus 1 lap to go here to get into that top 6 and move on. And then back here, we got a freight train of 4 riders. Rick Rock was in that freight train. Now he's not. Now he's at the caboose of this train. Cheesehead and Wasabi both get by him. Oh, and it looks like Billy Roberts went off the track there in the whoop section. Bull's toughest part of the track. So now Wasabi, again, looking to make some moves here. He doesn't have to hit the panic button. Guys are falling. 6th place is right there, not too far away. So again, we're on board with Wasabi BMX right now. Bull DGN right now, currently holding down 8th. He goes for the hip transfer as well. Makes it work for him. Good to see that. Sethi AU right now on the outside looking in, and Collusion holding down that final transfer spot. He is in 6th right now, and he's going to want to get by Yoshimura quick to try to put some gap between himself and Sethi, Bull, and Wasabi, who are hunting him down. They are hungry, chomping at the bit to get back into that A main. So right now we're going to go on board again. Yoshimura right now and Tommy Wack, the teammates. Press X Racing over here. Repping Europe here tonight. Thank you again, boys, for joining us. I know it's late at night. We appreciate you joining us as always. I know it's tough to join us, but again, we appreciate the commitment you guys give us here at AOSX. Dizzle has fallen out of the lead, though, and Windex and Talon are starting to check out a bit, so good to see those two putting in clean rides. They both had a rough go at it last week at Monaco in round 3. Our Dizzle kind of in the middle riding his own race right now in 3rd, but hey, you know, it's a transfer spot, so he's not going to complain. Oh, and it looks like Windex went down there, so now Dizzle's right back up on these two. So a 3-rider battle for that lead. And then we got Tommy Wack, Yoshimura, and Collusion right now, 4th, 5th, and 6th. But here comes Wasabi. Wasabi has made the move on Bull and Sethi AU. He is in 7th. He has Collusion right in his mirror. Let's see what he can do here. Will he get a good wheelie scrub? He does. What a great wheelie scrub for Wasabi there. Hits the turn. Corey techniques it perfectly. And Wasabi can pretty much just ride his own race at this point. Clearly he has the speed. He was 6th fastest in qualifying with a 1:507. So he clearly has the speed. At this point now, it's just a matter of making sure he can hit his lines as he skims that whole section. But he's got 3 riders in front of him. If anybody goes down, he's right into their spot. So plenty of time. We're going to have 2 to go here in this B main / LCQ. Again, top 6 riders will be moving on to the A main. And again, we're going to stay here with Wasabi because this is the guy on the bubble. Well, the guy outside the bubble trying to get into that bubble, I should say. And we got Collusion, Yoshimura, and Tommy Wack again. All 3 of these guys. Any one of these guys goes down, and it's over for them. They're going to be right out here, and they'll be in Wasabi's position in 7th on the outside. But these guys all stepped it up, man. I tell you, oh, Collusion makes a little mistake. He clips the tough block, and by the grace of God, does not go down. If that were me riding, I would have been catapulted into the stands because I don't get that luck, man. I tell you. Oh no, Wasabi goes down. Oh, that's going to be rough. So we're going to come to the white flag right now. Oh, Wasabi goes off the track and dies. So Wasabi BMX, unless a miracle happens at this point now, he will be out of the night's action. He will not move on to the A main, but he does get points paying positions. Once again, 7th through 12th still get points, but you hate to see that. But anything can happen with these guys all riding so close. Oh, and Windex makes a mistake, and so does Ardizzle. So we got 5 riders right here, 2nd through 6th, all right here. Carnage right here coming into the final lap. It's a couple of mistakes, and then we got Wasabi right back in this right now. So Yoshimura right now, first one here, then Wasabi again right there. So again, any single mistake, Wasabi just needs to put pedal to the metal here, full send it the rest of the way. He may still end up in this. So Yoshimura goes for the hip transfer. Tire taps there. Looks like Talon 214 will be your LCQ B main winner. Tommy Wack will come home in 2nd. Ardizzle, Windex, Collusion. Oh! What the heck happened there? Did Yoshimura go off the track? Oh man, I don't know what happened there, but he just barely managed to get through and hold off Wasabi. So, dang, upset of the night. Wasabi BMX will not be in the A main here tonight. He will be scoring 13th points paying position overall. But congratulations, Talon 214 picking up the W here in our LCQ / B main / semi, whatever the heck you want to call it, folks. Congratulations to him, Tommy Wack, Ardizzle, L Windex, Collusion, and Yoshimura. Those are your 6 riders transferring directly to our A main. The rest of our riders, Sethi, Cheese, B Roberts, Wasabi, and Bull DGN, unfortunately for them, their night has ended. All right, and we are getting ready for the A main. So the main event of the evening. And this is why we play the game, folks, for the big show here. The best of the best, all going at it. And we are good to go, standard. All right. All right, we're going to get these invites out here in a moment. We'll be rocking and rolling. So we got Axis, of course, in there. Got Hockey, Drew, L Windex, Parker, Dizzle, Squally, Talon, Tommy, Slurp, Yoshimura, and then we're going to get Collusion, and then we're missing one other person. Who's that final guy I'm missing? Let's see, so Axis, Slurp, Hockey, Parker, Squally, Iowa. Because Iowa doesn't go online. He's always invisible for some reason. There we go. All right, so our boys are filing in right now. Again, this is the A main. If you're just tuning in, this is our main event of the evening. This will be 20 minutes plus 1 lap. Round 4 action here at AOSX. Once again, thank you everyone for tuning in and joining us here this evening. We appreciate you always for joining. And again, we're just waiting on our field here to file in, and then we'll be up and running. Let's see, so who are we waiting on? Collusion is not in here yet, so we'll go ahead and wait on him, and then one other person as well. So go ahead and send him another invite. Okay, there he is. And now, who are we waiting on? So we got Axis, we got Slurp, we got Hockey. No, we don't have Hockey. Where the heck is Hockey? There he is. Speak of the devil. Alrighty, folks. So once again, thank you for joining us. This is AOSX A main action about to get underway here from AOSX Manchester. We're in for a good night of racing here. Lots of line variation here. The lap times are pretty darn close. Axis and Slurp are the only two that I'm aware of that have dropped into the 58s, but everyone else right around that 59 to 1 minute flat timeline. So good night of racing. Again, start is going to be key here tonight, although this is a very technical track, so there's still, there's still going to be crashes. There's still going to be mistakes made, rhythm sections that are messed up. So, lots of time to be made up here. But we are ready to go. 20 minutes plus 1 lap. Hey, Talon.
Hey, Corey.
Yeah.
Did you invite Wasabi to the semi?
I did. He finished 7th.
Okay. Oh, I was just wondering because I didn't see him on the main.
Yeah, he crashed the final lap and lost out on it.
Ah, okay. So I'll win. See you after the race, I guess.
All right, man. Good luck.
Thanks. Hopefully it goes better than the heat.
Hopefully it goes like your semi here. All right, so we are ready to go here. Once again, 20 minutes plus 1 lap. Round 4, A main from AOSX Manchester. Your boy here, Essex Corey, on the call. Talon was on the call with me a little bit during qualifying and during the heats. But hey, he's in the A main. He's got to focus up, so can't blame him for not commentating. All right, so our boys are filing in. They're now getting ready. Slurp is the first one ready. Tell me in the comments, guys, those of you watching, who do you think is going to get the win? Axis, will he go back to back, or will Slurp match him, get another win, or will we have another winner? Will Hockey Drew slip in there, pick up his first W of the season? Iowa Hawkeyes has the speed. He can always put one together. Tommy Wax, Squall A. What's going to happen? We're in for a good night of racing here. Looks like all our boys are ready to go. So let's go ahead and drop the gate. You can watch the carnage unfold through the first 2 turns because it is a very tight, short start leading into turn 1 and then right into turn 2. But we're going to go on board with our points leader, Axis, right now. On the G-Field bike. Does not get a good jump there, but it looks like Talon 214 from the outside gets your whole shot. What a drive from Talon. Oh, and Axis goes down in turn 2. Joins the carnage as there's 6 wide somehow here. But up front, we got Parker 7574 up front. his SX4 rival here, Talent 214, right on him in second. Our Dizzle gets a great start. He's in third early on here in the opening lap. Tommy Whack back in action here in AOSX, and he gets a huge start here. He has had some very bad, rough luck on starts in AOSX and SX4, so good to see Tommy get a good start here early on. We got Yoshimura, Slurp, and Axis right now. 5th, 6th, and 7th. Oh, and Slurp makes a mistake there. Lets Collusion, Yoshimura, and Axis get by him there. So he loses 3 spots in the matter of 1 section. And then we got Slurp back here in 8th. You know, he's going to want to move up through the pack quick, as it looks like Tommy made a mistake and went down. So Tommy falls from 4th to 8th just like that. Then we got Squale with another horrific start. Poor Squale, man. He cannot buy himself a start to save his life there. Hockey Drew, speak of the devil, usually this guy is up front on the whole shot every race. He, unfortunately, gets a rough start, and he's back in 10th right now as we head into the second full lap. Windex, and then Iowa Hawkeyes. Iowa with a rough start here early on, and he's already dropping off the pace a little bit here. So hopefully he can put in a couple of solid laps and get himself back in contention. But look at this, Parker 7.574 up front early, and he's put some distance between himself and our Dizzle right now, currently holding down that second spot. Axis is looking to make that move on Talon, and he does. So Axis makes the pass on Talon and moves himself into third, and now he wants to make quick work of Dizzle and put his eyes set on Parker. But if I know Dizzle, he's not going to give up that position easily. Axis is going to definitely have to work for it, or Dizzle's going to kill himself trying to hold him off. One or the other is going to happen here, folks. But we got Talon and Slurp right there on him. So Slurp has followed Axis. He does not want to let Axis slip away. Every position, every point matters. Oh, and Slurp gets to the inside of Talon there. Somehow doesn't take him down. You love to see that. Good clean racing there. Aggressive, but good clean racing. And Slurp right now is thanking Dizzle, probably his best friend right now, for holding Axis off, keeping him at bay as Slurp starts to reel him in. And Slurp goes for the different line there. Oh, is he going to get Dizzle here? Yes, he is. So Slurp gets a great drive through that rhythm section and gets by Dizzle same time as Axis. So the G Fuel boys now 1, 2, 3, Parker, Axis, and Slurp. And the battle is on now, folks. We got Axis and Slurp with clear track as they look to chase down Parker. And we're not even a quarter of the way through this race, but we're going to go back up here and set our eyes on Dizzle, Talon, and Squale, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Squale desperately looking to put together another clean ride here tonight. He has had a rough go the past couple of rounds, most notably last week in our Triple Crown at Monaco. So he definitely has podium speed. Oh, and Tommy Whack is he either disconnected or rage quit possibly. You hate to see that. Hopefully it wasn't a rage quit there. I mean, you don't want to see somebody quit no matter what, but that's a rough one. Sorry to see that, Tommy. Yoshimura, though, in 7th right now. Hockey Drew moving up through the field a little bit. He was in 11th, so he's picked his way up into 8th, and he has some clear track ahead of him. He's got the whole pack up there, so just a few little mistakes from them, slowing each other up, not hitting the main lines, and he's going to be right in this thick of it here in the next 2 laps or so, as long as he stays on 2 wheels as he goes down. So you hate to see that. Collusion had a decent start early on, but he's fallen off the pace here. If I recall correctly, he hasn't been racing much, so he's trying to shake off that rust and get back into racing shape, if you will. But hey, he made the A main here at AOSX, so that's no easy task, of course, with this stacked field of riders here tonight. But back out front, it looks like we got a change in the lead. So Axis has made the pass on Parker. Parker went down because now Slurp has gotten by him as well. So Axis and Slurp are 1 and 2 in the point standings, starting to check out actually from the rest of the field. And we'll see if they can repeat their miraculous performance last week at Monaco in the battle they put there, which was one of the better battles we've seen in AOSX history. So great to see that again every week. Battle bar to bar from start to finish here at AOSX. But we're going to go back here, take a look. We got Yoshimura and our Dizzle right now battling for 5th. And El Windex has decided to call it a night, maybe a mechanical failure. I guess he just was not having it. So Windex and Tommy Wack, unfortunately, call it a night a little earlier than they anticipated, huh? But right now we got our Dizzle right now in 7th. Squale, Yoshimura right ahead of him in 5th and 6th. And then Talon right now, look at Talon, rider of the day right now so far, putting in a solid 4th place run so far. And he's got Parker right on him. As Parker goes off track, so Talon's going to capitalize on this hopefully for his sake. And he does. So Talon gets the pass by the G Fuel rider and sets his FMF Husky into 3rd, holding down that final podium position. Still a lot of race left, folks, so tons can happen here. We're going to go back up front, though. On board with Slurp here. Axis has about a 2.5 second gap right now, so he's pulled up a little bit. Slurp is definitely going to want to put in a couple of clean laps. As we saw in the heat race, Slurp was about 4/10 faster in the heat race than Axis was. Granted, they were in separate heats, but overall, Slurp knows he has the speed. He can put down the laps to catch Axis and to pass him and beat him. So we'll definitely keep our eyes peeled here. But we're going to go back here to this battle for a little bit because it looks like Yoshi and Squale have caught up to Parker and Talon. So we got a 4-way battle going now for that final transfer spot. So Squale already in a much better position than he was all of last week in Monaco. Great to see him back and putting together a ride that he knows that he can put together. And honestly, if you ask him yourself, he'll be the first to say he should be up there battling with Slurp and Axis. But back up front again, it looks like Slurp has trimmed the lead in half there on Axis, so Axis must have made a mistake a little bit through the rhythm sections, because Slurp is right back up on him here, so not even a quarter of the whoop section gap separates these two teammates right now. We got Cooper Webb and Marvin Muskin right now. Which is which? I don't know. You tell me. Oh, and Slurp goes off the track there, and it slows him down a bit. He loses some time. But it's interesting to see they're both taking different lines there in this long rhythm section. So we'll see how that pays off down the line here as we got 12 minutes plus 1 lap left here in our A main of the evening. And I'll go back to them, but man, this battle over here, Parker, oh man, Parker has fallen back to 6th now. So Parker's headed in the wrong direction on that G Fuel bike. Squale and Yoshimura get by him, and Talon is just loving life right now. He's comfortable, but not too comfortable. You know, he knows that Yoshi and Squale obviously have the speed to run with him and make the pass on him if he makes a mistake at any point. So Talon's definitely going to be on his A game here, continuing onward. And again, we're not even halfway through this A main here, folks, and we still got Hockey Drew, which remember about 5 minutes ago, he was buried back there in 8th, so he has made the move past our Dizzle into 7th, and now he has clear track to run down these guys. So a podium at this point, if Hockey Drew can put together a clean race here in the second half of this moto and get 3rd place, I mean, hats off to the guy. That is an incredible ride after a bad start. So great ride from Hockey Drew if he can put that together. So we'll see how that continues to pan out. But up front, again, Axis and Slurps matching each other lap for lap right now. Again, just a complete repeat of last week at Monaco. These two bar to bar just matching each other lap for lap. It really came down to who made the fewest mistakes. And if you remember, Axis making that dive bomb pass on the bridge jump and making that pass stick on Slurp with about 2 minutes to go in the Moto 3, I should say, of the Triple Crown. And then Slurp almost got the retaliatory pass there, but made a mistake in the final rhythm section. So it's anybody's race here as Slurp flirts with those tough blocks there, man. Holy crap. And he's not able to get the step on, step off there, so he had to quad out, which, I mean, hey, it's not a bad line. It looks cool. But Slurp, once again, looking to put it to his teammate here, let him know that, hey, there's another rider on the G Fuel team that can rock that number 1 plate. We'll see what can happen here. But Axis looks like he opened up about another half second on Slurp though, so he did open up the gap a little bit. And Yoshimura, look at Yoshimura moving himself into third, so he makes the pass on Talon. And Hockey Drew gets by Squally, so Squally must have made a mistake and gone down there. So Hockey Drew has entered the picture here. He has moved himself into fifth and sets his eyes on Yoshi and Talon. Squally falls back to sixth. Parker has fallen back into seventh, so rough go for him. Then we got Iowa Hawkeye making his return to AOSX. Welcome back, Iowa. And R Dizzle, what in the... My God, sir, what are you doing? And then we got Collusion right now. Thanks to that mistake from Dizzle, entering the chat here and trying to get into ninth place on him. And again, back up front, it looks like Axis has opened up a little bit more of a gap, so we got about 2 seconds now on Slurp as we hit 8:40 plus lap to go in this main. And they have just completely gapped the rest of the pack here. Those two are just clearly the class of the field here. And it doesn't help, or obviously it helps too, getting a good start on their end. So good to see that. Talon, though, back up in the third, and he put himself in a little bit of a gap between himself and Yoshimura right now, currently holding down fourth. But Hockey Drew is right there. So, again, as I mentioned about 2 minutes ago, if Hockey's able to climb through here, he was 11th after the first 2 laps. And if he can climb back here and finish third on the podium, a very, very amazing ride by Hockey Drew if he's able to get that done. And is he going to square up? Oh, Yoshi cuts him off there, so good block pass there by Yoshimura to hold him off. And we'll see Hockey. Oh no, and Hockey goes around. Oh, and I thought he was destined for the tough blocks there, so Hockey was able to whip that bike around and keep it on 2 wheels, so great to see there. Back up front though, again, Axis and Slurp still 1 and 2. Still, the gap is right around the same. It says 3.2 seconds. It doesn't seem like it's that big though. That's what she said. I would say it's probably like a 2 to 2.5 second gap, in all honesty. But right now, it looks like Hockey Drew has made the pass on Yoshi. He's in fourth now. Talon is right there ahead of him with 7 plus lap to go, and he's pulling Squally with him. These two, I will bet money on, will be duking it out for that third place finish here in 6 plus minutes. Yoshimura and Parker. Oh, Yoshimura dies on the straightaway. I think he may have looped the bike out over there. And that allows Parker to move himself into the top half of the field here at 6th. Yoshi falls back into 7th. Iowa Hawkeyes in 8th. Collusion at 9th. And R Dizzle has slipped back into 10th. And again, we had Tommy Wack and El Windex fortunately had some mechanical failures and they dropped out of the race. But up front, again, Axis still holding on here. And he actually has opened up a gap. So he's about 3.5 seconds up on Slurp now. So looks like he may have put in a couple of good clean heaters and put himself in that breathing room space there so he doesn't have to ride overly aggressive. He can ride his own race and just put in some solid laps there. So Slurp, on the other hand, though, that's where he's going to have to change his mentality. He's going to have to push himself to the limit and really push that threshold of what he can and cannot run there and see if he can put in a couple of 58s again. It's going to take a couple of 58.7s like he ran in the heat race to get up there with Axis and make a battle out of this as we hit 5.5 plus 1 lap to go here, folks. Talon 214, though, still trucking along. He is still holding down third, but he has a very heated Hockey Drew and Squally right on him in 4th and 5th. So the battle here between these 3 riders for that final podium position will be one to witness here. Again, Hockey Drew notably making those passes on the final lap, final corner to get a position on a guy. So we'll see if that holds true yet again here tonight. And this is the closest battle on the track, so we're going to stay here and watch these guys battle it out. Again, our 2nd and 3rd place finishers in Season 1 in the championship standings. Oh, and Squally airs it out, goes for the quad, and he reels in Hockey. And then on the outside, is he going to make it past? He does not. He plays it safe. Smart move, hitting a tight section there from Squally. Good riding, good racecraft there. And he just gets it done over the finish line and takes the outside. Look at this guy go. Squally makes the pass on Hockey Drew. Hockey Drew can't get too flustered, though. He's right there. It just takes one little mistake. He knows he has the speed. He can make that pass back on Squally. And then obviously Talon's right there. So these two have reeled him in. It only took about a lap and a half to do it. So even though Squally got past Hockey, Hockey's still right there waiting to capitalize. And for all we know, he may get a 2-for-1. Oh, up front, though, Axis made a mistake, and we are in for a fight, folks. Oh, and Axis goes down. Slurp with him almost, and Slurp into the lead. A G Fuel freaking summary there. Recapping here, folks. So, Slurp and Axis have been battling it out most of this race. Axis had started to open up to about a 3.5 second gap there. Made a mistake. Slurp was right on him and then crashed right after the finish line. Axis hit a tough block and went down. Almost took Slurp down with him. And now we got Slurp, again, the exact same position as last week in Monaco in Moto 3. Axis hunting down Slurp now with under 3.5 minutes plus a lap to go. And Axis almost lands on Slurp. They take different paths in the rhythm section here. Slurp hits it better than Axis. Oh! Axis grinds on the tough blocks, makes a mistake. And let's see, is that Dizzle? So Dizzle's coming through here. Just want to make sure that Dizzle gets out of the way of Axis when he comes by here, because Slurp has capitalized here. What a turn of events, folks. Usually Axis is the Viper over here, hunting down these guys and waiting for the mistakes, but Slurp over here making a fight out of this. Welcome to AOSX, folks. This is your first time racing. Our defending champion Axis right now, getting the smoke right now from his teammate Slurp. We got 2 minutes plus 1 lap left here in our A main. Again, Slurp was your opening round winner at AOSX Toronto. Axis has won the last 2 rounds, rounds 2 and 3, and here we are in round 4. So we may have a 2-2 split headed into the halfway mark. Amazing racing all around, but Slurp is doing what he has to do right now. And I want to stay on the lead, but we're going to check in here. Oh, and Hockey Drew, he does it. So Hockey Drew moves himself into third. He gets it done. Rider of the day right now as they stand from 11th all the way up to third. What a ride from Hockey Drew. But again, it's not over for him. Squally is literally right on his cheeks right now, trying to get that podium position. And up front, once again, we're going to go back here to Axis and Slurp. It looks like business as usual there. Nothing much has changed. The gap is still close there. But we got a battle right here. Oh, no, and Hockey Drew and Squally. Oh, and Hockey goes down too, so Talon back into third. So Squally and Hockey both make mistakes in the whoop section or right after, and Talon, Ryan Dungey himself, Mr. Consistency, capitalizes on both of their mistakes and moves himself right back into third. And we'll see if he's able to hold it. He is not. Oh, Talon goes off the track, gets reset back into fifth. And Slurp and Axis, again, the gap is still the same, about 2/3 of the whoop section here. They will be coming to the white flag here, so it'll be 1 to go. The game says 3.9 seconds. I think it's more about 2.9 seconds, to be honest with you. Either way, though, it's going to come down to the final lap here. Just one tiny mistake, and it's a free-for-all here, folks. And you can see Axis has actually closed the gap a little bit on them. And we got Iowa Hawkeyes just letting them know that they're coming. Final lap, though. Here we go. So Again, Slurp looking to match Axis 2 for 2 on wins on this season. He is out front right now, looking to hold on with 1 lap to go. He has his G Fuel teammate Iowa Hawkeyes ahead of him, so I'm gonna give him a little. There you go. All right, Iowa just does a solid there. He gets out of the way. Oh no, and Axis goes down. So Axis goes down in the whoop section, and I think that'll be all she wrote, folks. Holy hell! So Slurp charges through. He got about a fifth, sixth place finish, sixth place start, and he was hunting down Axis. Axis was almost 4 seconds up on Slurp. Made a mistake. Slurp made the pass with 3 minutes plus a lap to go. And your round 4 winner from AOSX Manchester will be Slurp. So Slurp gets his second win of the season. Axis comes home in second. And Hockey Drew looks like, unless he really messes up here, he will get Rider of the Day here and come home in third after a great charge from back in 11th, being buried there. Squale and Talon, though, fighting it out here to the finish. And Squale will hold off Talon for fourth. Talon will take home fifth. Parker comes home in sixth after leading early on in the first quarter of the race. And Yoshimura just doing some donuts there to cap off the night. So, wow, what a night of racing. Slurp gets the business. He gets it done. And he sets the fastest lap of the night here with a 59.103. Axis comes home in second with a 59.303, and then Hockey Drew, once again, rider of the night, coming from 11th all the way up to third, charging through, making that pass with 2 to go. So we're just waiting for our podium riders to join us here in the chat, and we'll get some post-race interviews going here real quick, and we'll talk about the race. So, again, congratulations to Slurp on his second win of the season. That will really make things interesting in the point standings. That'll probably make it the closest we've had AOSX points since probably round 1 or going into round 2 of the first season in the Stock Track series. So we're just waiting again on Slurp, Axis, and Hockey Drew to join us here in the booth, and then we'll go ahead and talk to our boys here and get an interview. All right, let's see here. All right, so we got Axis and Slurp in here, and then we'll just wait on Hockey Drew to join us, and then we'll go ahead and get this post-race interview started. All right, so the boys are here. So once again, I think this is, the third or fourth straight week we had a G Fuel sweep of the podium. But first and foremost, let's congratulate our winner here tonight, second win of the season, rounds 1 and now round 4. Slurp, congratulations on the ride, man.
Yeah, thanks. It was a weird race. Me and Axis both started in the back. We both worked our way through, and then I kind of just latched onto him throughout that race, and then I just stayed close enough to where if he made a mistake, I would have been right there, and that's what happened. He made a few little tiny bobbles, and I took advantage of the lead, and I ended up taking the win.
Yeah, I noticed that. Obviously, we were watching the two of you battle out most of the moto, and it kind of seemed like reverse of last week, where you were the one chasing Axis down versus him chasing you down, and you just waited for that mistake, and you were able to capitalize. But tell me about the pass for the lead initially going over the finish line, because at that point I thought Axis was going to take you down with him when he hit that tough block, and I think you just kind of smacked the bridge a little bit.
Yeah, actually what happened was I think he clipped the inside bail, and I kind of luckily lifted my front wheel over his bars, and I somehow didn't crash. It was kind of RNG, to be honest, but I didn't crash, and then I just kind of let off a little bit so I didn't smack right into the side of the wall. But yeah, after that I just tried to ride my consistent laps and just bring it home. Yeah,
phenomenal ride, man. Like I said, just a kind of a role reversal from last week, and obviously we saw in your heat race throwing down that 58.7 that you had the speed to run to win tonight and to run up there. So great ride from you. Axis, our second place finisher here on the night. He still will be your points leader headed into round 5, folks, but the gap is now closed from 7 to 4 points, separating first and second here. So, Axis, congratulations on the second place finish here tonight. Obviously, I know it's not where you want to be, but tell us about your race.
Yeah, was out front, was riding pretty well, pulling away kind of, and then just one little mistake over the berm, and from there on out, just kind of lost my rhythm, and that was it.
Yeah, we saw that actually around maybe 12, 13 minutes into the race, you put together about a 4-second gap on slurp, so you started to check out a little bit.
I was pulling away a couple of tenths a lap.
Yeah, so...
At least, any clean lap, at least.
Yeah, so did you go down before the finish line at one point, like earlier in that lap or the lap before?
I went over the berm before the first set of whoops, and then had the lead, and then I slid out on the downside of the finish line, and then went off track one more time in the main rhythm.
Oh man, that's a bummer. But hey, I mean, obviously, like I just said before, we obviously know you want to be up in first place, but to be able to at least get the second place points, and you're still obviously carrying the red plate into round 5 next week. Hey, that's all you can do, right?
Don't mind a second tonight because internet was giving me some scares earlier, so at least I finished the race.
There you go. Well, yeah, again,
the only positive I could take.
Yeah, hey, it's gonna make you hungrier and come back stronger next week, right?
Oh yeah.
There you go. So yeah, congratulations on second place, and I'm sure you'll be coming back harder and stronger next week for round 5. But we're going to talk to the final guy here tonight, Mr. Third Place tonight, rider of the night. It's Hockey Drew coming back from 11th place and getting that podium position with 2 laps to go, makes the pass on Talon and Squally to make it stick. Hockey Drew, congratulations on that third place finish, bud. Tell us about your night.
Yeah, got the worst pick on the start, gate 17, and did not execute my start. So I was dead last, and then I think I got booted in the second corner. It was just an effect where everyone just hit each other. And then I tried to get reset on the track, and nope, it sent me all the way back in the corner, so I was dead last for a lap and a half. And then on my way up, I was just trying to get around everyone, and as I got around Windex, I got cleaned out, so it was another issue, and then bad language, I hit collusion, and I crashed, so I was like, uh-oh, this is not going to get me a top 5. But instead, I just said, I'm not crashing from here on out, and just put down 1 minute flats every lap, and caught back up, and sorry if I messed up Squally a little or whatever, but I got it done for third, which I didn't think I would.
Yeah, we were watching that battle when you moved into third. You, Talon, and Squally were all battling it out there, and I think Squally, or you two kind of bumped each other in the whoops, and he went down, but then you endoed over the bars into the berm right there, and that's when Talon got right back by both of you.
I knew Talon was going a little slower, so I wasn't worried about him. It was just me passing Squally and sticking it.
Yeah, and funny enough, that's exactly what I was saying on the broadcast, is that Talon was just trucking along there in third for the longest time, and you and Squally just kept pulling each other through the field together because you both had horrible starts. So you guys were reeling them in, and I figured it's going to be final 3 laps. You guys are going to reel Talon in and make a battle out of it, and sure enough, that's what happened.
I didn't think that I would pull this off because usually my speed don't come, but oh well, it worked out.
Hey, you just gotta get back to the training track, right? We'll work on it for you this coming week, Hockey. We'll get you in line, make a strong charge headed into round 5, which obviously, again, now with AOSX, all the tracks are released. We just won't tell you what track it is until an hour before the race. Trying to change things up here. But again, another solid night. You will extend your gap on Squally for third right now in the point standings with this finish here, Hockey. So, yeah, the positives out of that one for sure. So, you got some breathing room there just in case if there is that bad race. You'll have that. And then Squally will hold down steady. Parker with a good solid finish as well. He was leading the race early on for the first 3 or 4 minutes, so good ride from him, but he unfortunately went in the wrong direction. But again, congratulations to the G Fuel boys sweeping the podium once again. Slurp, your winner. Axis, second place, and Hockey Drew in third. That is the end of our night here for round 4 of AOSX from AOSX Manchester. We will have full official results and point standings updated here momentarily on our Instagram and Discord. Be on the lookout for those. Again, get signed up for the Amateur Series, folks. Round 4 of the Amateur Series will be this coming Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Get signed up now on either our Discord or on our Instagram. Our bio page has a link to the Google Sheet sign up. And then, again, join us next Friday night for round 5 for the Pro Series. Unfortunately, I will not be on the mic. Hopefully, we'll have T-Death in the booth calling the action here. We may call in some favors and see if we can get some help here, but we'll be broadcasting one way or another, folks. So, again, thank you all for tuning in to the action here, and have a great rest of your night.